Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. I decided I'm going to sit down and have a chit chat. I did not vlog a huge portion of what I've been going through the last couple of, well, I should say about a week and a half, really. So before I feel like we can get on real time and start vlogging, I really feel like I need to sit down and let you guys know what happened from the last video you guys saw. I know you guys saw me take a pregnancy test. It was really hard to even take a pregnancy test because we have not this last couple months been trying since my sister's wedding, and you know, just with the move and stuff, I feel like we just needed to start from scratch, if you know what I mean. I really see if maybe moving here just got me calm and got me, you know, back to being my normal fertile self that I once was. When I started getting pregnancy symptoms and I started feeling like, oh my goodness, this could be it, and then I took the test and I saw a line, it was really hard for me to get my hopes up, and that's why I didn't want to tell Lewis in the beginning, because I just knew that I wanted to really confirm everything before I really talked about it to anyone, because I didn't want a sense of excitement and to be let down again, because there's been so many times that I've been let down in this process. So I took that test midweek, and then Easter weekend came and I took more tests like you guys saw, and then Monday came around and I got another positive. Today I should start my period, so I have one test left. I was like, you know what? Let me just take it because I'm either gonna start. Yeah, last night I was having lots of cramping, so I figured my period was gonna start. So I came up here, didn't even bring the camera because I'm like, you know what? Like I said it in the video, like I'm sick of taking tests and being negative. Like I'm sick of feeling like that, and I don't want to do it anymore. And so I just took it, and you guys, there's a line. I'm freaking out because I'm so excited, but I don't want to get my hopes up, so I'm gonna call the doctor. I found a doctor.
Hi, you have reached the front desk with Ascension Sacred Heart Medical Group, Dr. Tinker's office, OBGYN.
My name is Nicole Baca, and I would be a new patient. So I called a doctor over here, and she said she couldn't get me in right away because I was a new patient. They had never seen me before. I needed to get my first appointment with them so I could be like a registered, or I could be a patient, for them to even have me come in for blood work. I booked an appointment. They couldn't see me until the following week, which was a Monday, and that would have been a week from today when I'm filming this. This is Monday. Today is Monday the 19th. Last week, I went in and it was the 12th. They set me up an appointment first thing in the morning. I went in. I will insert a clip of me going to the doctor's right here. Good morning, guys, and happy Monday. Welcome to today's video. I'm on the way to my OBGYN appointment. Last week when I got the positive pregnancy test, I made an appointment with a doctor here. I wanted to get my blood checked. Now I will tell you, since then, I take a pregnancy test and it's negative. I am a new patient. I first have to see them as a new patient. So I have just a regular OB appointment, which will be good because next time I need a blood test, I won't have to like wait to see them. They can just call me in a blood test. I'm gonna get the ball rolling. I'm gonna get a pap smear today, and yeah, the nice thing about this clinic is it's literally right next to our house. Like literally the four-way stop, that's the main part of our house, is where the OB-GYN is. So if I ever do get pregnant and I have to go to the OB, I don't have to drive like I had to before, freaking 30-45 minutes sitting in traffic. This is right outside our community. You have to drive back a little ways to get to like our actual community where we live, but the front has the OB's office in it that's actually connected to the hospital that you would deliver at. So that's good. I always thought when we were looking at this place, like, oh my gosh, the OB's office is right freaking there. That's amazing. So I got my mask. I'm gonna go in. I got all my new patient paperwork filled out, and I got my coffee because we all know it's Monday. So this is where they're gonna put the Publix in, and then this is the OB, but look. During that week of being able to see them, I had gotten more positive, and then they slowly started getting lighter. So I was coming to terms with, I knew what was happening, and I called the doctor on Monday morning, and I had said, that was the day of my appointment. I called them first thing when my appointment was at like 8:20, and so I called them at 8 when they opened. I said, hey, I have a scheduled appointment this morning. I'm a new patient, but this morning when I did take a pregnancy test, it was completely negative. And so they said, still come in, because if it happens again, we don't have to have you as a new patient. You can just give blood and we don't have to like wait for an appointment again. So I was like, okay, perfect. So I went in, met with the doctor, super nice guy. He was very understanding. He was very sympathetic. He sat there and he just, you know, had a heart to heart with me and said, you know, it's hard for somebody that wants to get pregnant that hasn't had children as much as it is for women that have had children that want more children, because it may have been easy or easier with those, and now you're put up against a difficult time. And so he was just very sympathetic to not making me feel like, well, you have 4, why do you want more? You know, because there has been some people that have said like, you have 4, you should love the ones you know, have, and so be it if you can't have any more children. And I'm like, but I want more, and you don't think how I think, and you don't feel how I feel. I would, one, never say that to somebody. So if you've ever made that comment to somebody, please know that it's not right. You don't know what anybody is going through, and you've never walked in their footsteps. So he really had a heart to heart with me. He told me that he was gonna do a pregnancy test with my urine, so they did that and it came back negative. So he told me that for the next 2 days I was going to give blood, and he would check my levels and see if they're going down. I went on Monday after my appointment. A couple hours later, we went and I had my blood checked, and the following day I had my blood checked, and they called me and said my levels were decreasing, which meant I was having a chemical pregnancy or an early miscarriage. And so he said chances are in about a week or 2 weeks after the negative pregnancy test. He said that chances are about a week to 2 weeks after I got the negative pregnancy test, I would, which was that day, that Monday, I would probably start bleeding, and there's nothing that they would need to do like a DNC or anything like that because it's so early on. So on this Saturday, so it had been Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It had been 6 days and I started bleeding. I think it's been a week to process it, and I really wanted to take that week to process it just to kind of feel the emotions. Last Monday, I couldn't even talk about it. After my appointment, I kind of completely shut down and I didn't want to talk to anybody. I wouldn't say I was mad, but I was really hurt. I was really sad. I thought like, man, maybe we moved here. Maybe everything is going so good. Like this is our month. And I did like a due date calculator, seeing when the baby's birthday would be, and it would have actually been on Lewis's birthday. And I was like, oh my gosh, maybe this is so meant to be. Maybe Lewis needed, you know, a birthday present, and it would have been awesome. And so I started, in the beginning, I said in that video, like, I don't want to get my hopes up, and it's so hard to not get your hopes up, but you can't help but be sad about it. So that rest of the day, I was really sad. I just wanted to lay in my bed and cry, and but then I just kept telling myself that everything is meant to be. And in our life, we've always been like, everything is meant to be, everything happens for a reason, and there's a reason, and God will give us a baby when he's ready for us to have a baby. I wanted to give you guys an update because I did get some comments on the video saying like, but if you got a positive, like there has to be more, and there was more. It's not the end for us. We will have another baby. I have a lot of hope. I did talk to the doctor. He wanted to know what and how I left off with the fertility specialist in Texas. And I told him we were doing time intercourse. It didn't happen. The next thing she wanted to do was wanted to check to see if my fallopian tubes were blocked. And he said that if I do not have any signs of endometriosis, then chances are my fallopian tubes are not blocked, especially if I'm pregnant this cycle and it just didn't stick. If I wanted to call him when I got my period, he could start me on letrozole or Clomid, and we could go over my options between the two. Now the risk, this is where I start to get nervous, is why we went to a fertility specialist in the first place was I wanted to get more of a diagnosis for the PCOS. And if we were to start fertility medicine, then I could be tracked. So if like my body really took and made a lot of eggs with one of them, like we could know, like, do we have a chance at 1? Do we have a chance at 2? Like, what are we up against? Because my body before has naturally made twins. And so with this doctor, he's an OB, he's not a fertility specialist. So he said he would just start me on either Clomid or letrozole, whichever one. And then we could talk about what dosage I was doing in Texas. Now, I feel like with him, I would be comfortable with doing the same dosage that I did before because we never got more than 1 or 2. If I do more, I'm running the risk because I'm not having any ultrasounds on, you know, these are how many you have, like, are we gonna go with this cycle? And there would be no actual trigger because I'm not going through a fertility specialist. So I do have the option to start Clomid or letrozole. I've been thinking about that. I think I'll give myself a month since I just started my period. I think I'll give myself a month to fully kind of just lay low this month. And the big thing is my sister's wedding's coming up in November, and I don't want to be to where I can't fly anymore. So once we're out of that time frame, I would have been able to fly if we got pregnant this one. I would have just been I would have been like 36 weeks pregnant, so it probably wouldn't have been the best. But giving 1 more month, then I'll be, I feel like, a lot better. And I would be like in the 20s of weekage than in the 30s of weekage. So I do feel like we're getting there to where we could potentially start, you know, trying again. I feel like we're in a really good spot. We're settled in our house. I have more things I want to do decorating wise, but I feel like a house takes time to decorate. It's not the outcome that I wanted or that I wished for or that I wanted to be going through, but it's part of our journey. And as hard and as upset as I was last Monday, my heart hurt so bad. I know a baby is going to come into our family. I know it, I can feel it. It's all in God's timing. And so I love you guys. Thank you so much for all of the thoughts and prayers since we posted that video. So many people have reached out to me saying, we love you. We know you and Lewis will have another baby and we're praying for you daily. And that means the absolute world to us. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We couldn't ask for more than that, just your thoughts and prayers. So we love you. Tomorrow's video will be a vlog and we are back to vlogging. I want to start vlogging one day and posting it the next day and just kind of get back into the swing of things. We're really excited to be back vlogging. We're really excited for the weather to be nice, to go to the beach, to go to the pool, and just really hang out and take you guys along with this journey in Florida because we've been having a blast. So we love you guys and we will talk to you soon. Bye.